Come on, guys. Right? Come on. Lucky, come in. Come in. This one's for Lucky, come in. Wait, not yet, wait. Good morning, guys. Thank you for good boy, good girl. Hold on. Wait. No jealous, Bubba. Good morning. Daddy loves you, good boy. Hold on. Daddy loves a beep beeps, good girl. And the mommy. And of course, God's first. Hold on. I cut hers in pieces because she eats really fast. She has terrier in her, so like Hunter gene is in there. I slice hers up. I remove all the stuff on it. Yeah, he took a bite. He does now, but it used to be where he would be so jealous he wouldn't eat just because he knew I was feeding her. You got jealousy problems, huh, buddy? That's okay. We'll get through them. One of these years. He's already 13 almost. And one extra piece, babies. This is Aria, and this is Sachi. Tap, tap, click subscribe. And hand feeding them and showing them schedule time and, you know, putting it in a bowl individually, not leaving it there all day. You don't want to leave food out all day, especially in Florida. It's humid, it'll get stale very fast. And other places, it's already stale, but yeah. And then think about a human. If you eat cereal every day, your top of your inside of your gums are going to get soft and start being sensitive, and you know, you don't want to give them crunchy stuff every day. What's in the wild, and I'm just going to be eating sticks and bones every single day. But and then a lot of the dog food is covered with the gravy or whatever they call it that supposedly mimics the wild, but it's full of crap. It's not natural. So yeah, it's better off just to cook your own beef, USDA, non-HDMO, and grain-free. You don't want it enriched grain unless it's whole grain. But yeah, dog foods that have gravy, you'll notice dogs have diarrhea a lot often then, or their bathroom is too solid. But ever since I started feeding them a leaner meat and vegetables and rice, you know, but it has to be non-enriched grain and no sugar. When animals eat sugar, they get sleepy. You can put them in like a coma, like diabetic coma almost. Humans shouldn't be having that processed sugar either, let alone an animal. Oh. And Sachi's. Last piece, guys. Thanks for watching. Can you click subscribe? Schedule feeding your dog is important. But we do that, and then we got work that we do all the time. So you'll see me using these tools a lot. Literally building a whole house by myself. They say Jesus was a carpenter. So when I heard that, and then all through the Bible you read that they're getting inspired to build a house for the Lord, the one who answers their prayers, they want to make a presence for him. But not make it an idol, just a house. Because you make an idol, people will start worshiping the statue and thinking and gathering around that instead of seeking for the invisible Lord, which is, you know, he's omnipresent, everywhere, every place, all at once. That's why we can't escape anything. He sees it all. Same as a computer. You know, you don't see the security system, but you know it's there. Or the minute you type in one letter, all the files pop up. So if a computer is that smart, and that's a sub-creation of his creation, then of course the Lord's way smarter than any computer, quantum, quadruplism computer they could imagine. Octa computers, whatever they invent, it's too far. computer. But yeah, we fed the babies now. And then 30 minutes after that, I feed the dogs. 30 minutes goes by. We'll take them for a walk. But I gotta cook breakfast for the rest of the family now, so I'll see you guys later. But, what was I gonna tell you? Love, peace, hair grease, something else. Like, subscribe, share, and hype. If you can see that hype button, I don't think it's on mine yet. But hype, comment, click that subscribe for me, please, folks. And, yeah, that's it. There's no script, so there's a lot of filler words. There's a lot of a lot of pausing, a lot of feeling like crap. I gotta be entertaining, or they're not gonna subscribe. You know, it's kind of sucks because then it's fake because you're not really getting a person's authentic self. As soon as that camera's off, they sigh, and glad they don't have to keep rambling. Okay, let's put TV on. Sorry, guys. Ooh, that's a little too easy, huh? But I like the way it swivels so easy. These are actually the best kind. All you do is, I'll show you real quick. If you want to do it yourself, I'll show you real quick. I think I could be a teacher. Alright, so when someone calls me to put a TV on the wall, you want to use a stud finder. And a lot of stud finders don't work. I mean, you go to the store, Home Depot or Lowe's, and you buy a stud finder, it's probably not going to... You want to get this one, Franklin sensor, and I'll show you why. You press and hold this button as you slide on the wall, and don't let go. See, it can... But anyway, it'll flash and it turns red when it finds something. And you look for that green dot. The yellow means there's electric, so it knows there's electric here. That green dot is right in the middle of those red dots, so it tells you exactly where it's at. So you pinpoint it there, and then you go down and do it again, just to make sure it's right. And then yep, that green dot was right there. Right there's a green dot. So it's telling you right here's the stud, and of course it is, because that's where the outlet is. The outlet box has to be on the stud. And then you got every 16 inches over, and then you want to double check. So 16 over from here. Boom, we got another stud right there in the boom. So you mark it. And then what you want to do, well, you mark your stud. Now you know you got wood. So if you got wood to put this on, don't use drywall anchors. Drywall anchors will not hold your TV. It might for a little while until it eventually falls down. But you want to be able to put big lag bolts with flat heads around them. So that way you can move this TV however you want. And not have to worry about whatever. And the stud is simple. I'll show you. Boom. It's got those big bolts right there. 5/8 inch. One there, one up. Right in the middle of that big wood stud. So, and that stud is strong in there. It's in between the top plate and bottom plate. But, man, double tap. It's like when you tell people to like double tap the screen, folks. Every streamer has to say it. They don't have to, but if they don't, it'll say it's 0. I'll see it jump up 2 or 3 thumbs up. It's like you get caught up and look. I guess the agenda is to be entertaining, but also to coerce people into liking. Don't forget to like. It's like, let them like it they want to like. And you can like whatever you like or whatever. You know what I mean? But anyway, yeah, Franklin sensor. That's what you want to get. It turns green right in the middle, and all these light up as you're passing over the stud. Let me see what it'll do if I go over water. That's right in the middle of the bottle, so it can tell the middle of something solid. And so the other stud finders don't have it as good as that. And definitely, some of them will just light up all the lights, and you just have to guess, oh, okay. And it won't show you the center of the stud, whereas this shows you the center. So this is like one of the best tools. These are like 30 bucks. 30 bucks maybe. They range, but you want to get the one that, they take a bunch of batteries too. Hold on, let me put the hash browns in the air fryer. See, I like all that space. We'll put that, and we'll put French toast all around there. And my French toast doesn't taste sweet. It's just organic eggs and pink salt. That's it. I will flavor my syrup, and I'll do that just with sugar-free syrup, and I'll add a little bit of zero sugar caramel macchiato to it and whip up the syrup. Every bite's gonna taste. I've done it before. You taste it more in the syrup than the bread. So I like these too. These are pretty cool shelves. They're $70. They have a cheap one that's $30, but it sucks. I immediately returned it. I was like, oh man. It's how thick these are and how strong they are. Whereas the thin ones, you want ones that are at least a half-inch thick, quarter-inch, something like that. Yeah, quarter to third-inch thick. Yeah, these are thick. They're acrylic. Just acrylic floating shelves. That way you can make sure there's no bugs, nothing like that. I just like to make sure no bugs don't hide anywhere. I have a place to hide. Look, just to even make sure there's no bug when I move into this apartment, look. I put clear silicone around the perimeter of the carpet. Everywhere around, look. That clear silicone. Just to make sure bugs can't like go up under there or come out, whatever. So I did that, and then I went inside my air conditioning where there's like cracks in the thing here, and it's at my place, so I can't mess with it. So I put pest foam. It's like the expansion foam, but it's designed with mothball juice inside, so it literally repels pests. So I did that literally all around the water heater pan. You know, this is a place where I can't do construction like that. And then I did the same thing up here where the cabinets. You'll see there, I put that foam, and then I cut it flush after it dried. The next day I did it. Or you can do it later in the day, but you want to wait. You want to give it a few hours so it dries in the middle, because it dries on the outside first. But this is the foam. But yeah, it keeps away bugs. It has mothball juice inside. And then I did the same thing around the dishwasher to make sure ain't nothing coming up all up out of there. And then I did up underneath the cabinets. I did the same thing because this ain't my place. So again, I'm not going to build new cabinets for them, but I foamed that edge all the way down there and up around all the water pipes, because there was like holes where stuff can crawl in and out. So I did that, and ever since I did that, 4 months I haven't seen one bug. And prayer. I'm gonna tell you, prayer is the main thing. If you do all this and you forget prayer, I'm telling you, it ain't gonna work. You got to be in tune with the Creator, and you got to pay attention to what He shows you. And yes, you got to dive in that book. History. He created time and history for a reason, and it is not so you can disbelieve it all and say it's all lie and corruption. That's not what time and history has even invented for. Yes, the devil will lie and try to use it and manipulate some stuff, but you got to learn to read and find stuff, and then delve into it a longer time and start to see if it's true, see if the fruits of what you read are true from what you experience in life, see if you get the same result. You know, there's things like that. And so reading the Bible is very important. It's like a history of all the trials and errors from the kings and queens and the timelines all before us, from nations and nations. And you see it in there. There's nothing hateful in there that I've read. Nothing. It talks about events bad happening, but they were stirred up from the people's own actions. You know, you go worshiping, demons like Baal and sacrificing children. Of course he's going to come down and destroy Babylon, destroy Egypt, destroy Israel. He's destroyed Israel a few times. But it says to pray for them, their repentance, in which the Pope has even repented now. That he denounces Mariology and puts Christ first. So that was amazing. I'm glad to see the Pope Francis do that. I was like, whoa, all right. Put the Catholic back in check, yes. Mariology is not over Christ, no way. They were prepared to make the one of God's. This was all about the one, not the one who helped carry the one. Yes, that's a part, but if her goal was to do that, to take importance over him, then that would be an evil intent as well. God had to join creation. It's like he made a game, it had a certain code, and the only way he can, is he had to enter it. It's like there's laws. So here in physical, there's laws spiritual. There's laws of creation, I'm sure that he has to abide by that we can't fathom. And that we shouldn't try to fathom. Because it says if you try to fathom the mind of God, it's like trying to hold all the water in the world in the one little cup. You can't do it. And you'll end up with the wrong perspective every time. But don't be coming at tap tap. Come on now. Tappity tap tap tap. I already fed the babies. You gotta go back to earlier to watch that. Yeah, I feed them every morning. Or usually around the same time. But I'll let you guys get going. Thanks for the like. Again, Franklin Stud Finder. It finds the middle. So the middle would be around the A or the T. And you'll see the green line. See, the red is what most stud finders do. But this one has that green line. It shows you the center of the bottle. Well, it depends on which way I'm holding. But here, we'll do the water bottle. Okay. See, it does this when it doesn't find anything. So you keep doing that, press and hold until it hits something. Once it hits, you don't let go. You keep sliding over. Slowly, don't move. Don't want to lose the sensor. Damn, found it. That's the middle of the stud. So that's the way I found the middle of the bottle. So this is what I use every time. So that's how I know my TV is not going to fall off, because it's right on the middle of the stud. All the screws hit the stud. I put 5/8 lag bolts in there. So that's why I can. If anything, I'm worried about the bracket, but no, not the weight at all. These are light. This is lightweight TV. It's a 2025 years ago. But yeah, Franklin Stud Finders. If you don't know, you better get you one, son. And you gotta subscribe. You gotta say that with or subscribe. Subscribe. I'm gonna hire me a person with Tourette's in the background to subscribe, like, share. Yeah. Hey, that's a good way to put Tourette's people to use, But hey, you want a job? Just yelp Tourette's. I'm gonna give you these words to practice. Like, subscribe, share, comment. Tap, tap. Have a person with Tourette's back in there. And then if you don't you're gonna get some that's not gonna be good energy, because you got the person working in the back for it. Yeah, but then that's gonna be a lot of rude comments. I might be putting them in jeopardy. Now you put a mask on them. But we already fed the babies. The thumbnail shows me feeding them. That was earlier. We just got done feeding them. So I'm gonna go finish cooking my breakfast. And then get to work. And then sit there and do my planning. Let me open the window. It's a cold one. Can you see out there? Oh, well, that made it dark. Hold on. Alright. Only you can like and share. Well, really, it's only you that can do it, because only you are watching. Alright, y'all, I'm getting out of here. I just can't sit here and make y'all do nothing. But I might leave it. I'll give y'all a little music and... But yeah, this is on Amazon. I like these. They're $70 and they're acrylic floating shelves. They have $30 ones that look like you're going to save money, but I ordered them and I immediately returned them. I was like, crap. Same size, but they were a lot slimmer. And it didn't come with the caps where I can hide the screws like this one did. See those silver caps that cover the screws? Try that with a different color light. Maybe red will make them subscribe. But red's kind of evil. I don't like the red LED. What color is that? A little yellow. On the phone it looks different. Because I have the Z Fold 7. That's how it stands up. We'll leave it on blue. Make it brighter. Tap, tap. All right, y'all. This is Make with Mike. Thanks for seeing me this morning. We're gonna keep it brief in the southeast. And love, peace, and hair grease. Have a great day. What was your take? This is Make with Mike.